for a second.
That's nice.
Thank you. All right, we should be on. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Florence, South Carolina, for the spot of this Week 9 AAL game between the Carolina Havoc, who sit at 5-1, and the Carolina Predators, who sit currently at 2-2. Hi, everyone. I'm your host, Luke Ruff, joined as always by my partner in crime, Bob Fitzpatrick, and it has been 2 weeks since the Predators lost to the Peach State Cats, and they have been working their tails off trying to get ready for this game. We've seen a lot of them in practice, seen a lot from them in practice, and we've seen a lot from them here. They are ready for action. One bye week is usually enough to get a team riled up. When you have 2 in a row, they're almost certainly going to be ready to go by the end.
And I think they got to look back at what the last game they had, the mistakes they made, and they worked hard at practice to correct them. So could see a whole different team out here as far as talent-wise.
Yeah, especially on the offensive line, the biggest struggle for the Predators thus far this year. 2 new additions in William Thaxton and Jamar. Sorry about that. 2 new additions in William Thaxton and Jamar Cypress. New to the team this week. Cypress 6'3", 311, and Thaxton 6'3", 280. Needless to say, going to be huge power players in this game, and I wouldn't hesitate to say that the Predators' success in this contest will depend single-handedly on those 2 men. Brandon Bingham has been consistent throughout the year. He has really just been solid all around, hasn't made many mistakes, and we're hoping that should the rest of the offensive line be able to reach his level of play, that the Predators can not only hang with the Havoc tonight, but possibly pull one of the biggest upsets in AAL history and take them down. Now, that being said, let's take a look at some of our keys to the game, specifically for the Predators on offense, where, needless to say, it has not been easy. But tonight, they've got to understand that the Carolina Havoc have one of the best defensive lines in the league, and they need to use that to their advantage. Use tight end screens and fullback screens, and don't just use them, abuse them to try and slow down the pass rush before it ever has a chance to even start off. That way you can kind of get them thinking as the game goes on, and then stick with plays that work. If you're running all hitches and they're covering 10 yards downfield every play, there is no need to try and run anything else. Stick with the hitches, stick with whatever works until it is stopped. Don't try to get creative. And on defense, the Predators have to patch up the secondary. It was a huge issue last week. Tons of big games down the field and allowed Peach State to get closer to 50 than they've ever been before in the history of their franchise. 48. So no big plays, no passes more than 20 yards, and no mistakes, especially against a team that is this good. The Havoc's only loss on the year has come against the Carolina Energy in Charlotte. Lost out from 54-29. Needless to say, this is still one of the most formidable teams in the league, and the Predators are going to need to play a perfect game to put this one away. Not a single mistake can be made.
Well, I believe, too, that some of the changes they made added some beef to that line. Some experience for that line, and working on the mistakes they made 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I think that's going to be a big difference. I think, like I said, I think you're going to see a different team out there.
We sure hope so, but you do have to wonder, again, we played Peach State last week. Carolina is definitely on another level. Is that going to cancel out a little bit? Are we going to see a Predators team that is better playing against a Havoc team that is much better than the one they faced 2 weeks ago in Peach State? We're going to find out. We'd like to apologize for any latency issues you guys may be having at home. There's an interesting logistical situation surrounding the arena. It is almost like an airport outside of this place. It's a beautiful building, but there are hotels everywhere, and as such, there are tons of people on every Wi-Fi and cellular network within a 50-mile radius. Tons of traffic, so unfortunately, we're probably not going to be able to deliver the highest quality stream to you. We will work on that, hopefully, before the game gets started. Actually, you know what? I think I'll go ask around and see if we can get the password to the actual Wi-Fi network, because this is not working well.
That'd be nice if we could.
Yeah, I will. So you keep the viewers at home entertained, and I will go see if we can get that password.
Alrighty. Well, what we're looking at, we got 4 refs here, and 5 now, and they haven't left or gone anyplace, so that's a good sign. Watching the kicker for the Havoc, number 14, Kevin Weber. It's out of Newberry College. He's a left-footed kicker, but he's got a strong leg. He has managed to put it through the uprights. There's a flag behind the uprights, and he keeps hitting that flag, so we know he's on center. Don't see a lot of left-footed kickers, more than you used to. And I watched him stop some balls that, as they kicked them to him, rather than try and catch him, he sticks his foot out. So he's probably a soccer player from way back when. I don't know how I'm going to drown out this music, but I'll give it a try. The DJ is really doing his job. The Havoc will be in black with white lettering. Your Predators will be in white with red lettering. We're about 15 minutes from game time. Waiting to see what's going on. Neither team is on the field right now. I'm sure they're going through their locker room instructions. Another surprise to be on the defense is that Sean Sanders is the coach, but he is set up to play DB and wide receiver. The number 1 on the screen. So that could be changed. Sean is an awesome defender. I'll let you listen to the music for a while.
We're back.
We are back.
14-yard line.
You know, I've been in groups where you have a sort of leader figure and you don't know you have the sort of leader figure, and that until that leader figure doesn't show up, it's first quarter. I tell you something, up here in the booth, for all the troubles we have had, the Predators have had none. They played a great first quarter. Got to knock on some wood again.
Yeah. First quarter, Predators 12, Havoc 7.
Now we have performance by the dance team.
So in the meantime, we can give you a little bit of an update if you've missed out on some of your AAL action. I don't know what that's about, but okay. Well, let's get that lock up soon. Haha, you're not going anywhere now. So, if you missed out on any of your AAL action, or you want to watch this dancing line while we talk, we'll go over the artificial battle for Carolina series I made up at the beginning of the season. There are 4 teams in the AAL using the name Carolina, so I decided to keep track of their records, see who's doing the best against each other. See the team's overall record in the left-hand column. The Energy leading the league right now at 4-0. I believe Richmond might be the only other undefeated team here. I'm not entirely sure on their record. Havoc, their only loss of the season coming against the Energy. That was their only loss in the Carolina series. Predators 2-2. They got a 4-4 win over the Georgia Doom and a win over the Carolina Cowboys in a scrimmage that was actually counted in the standings. We did not think it was going to be. Likewise, the Carolina Cowboys are 0-4 because of that scrimmage instead of 0-3. And, man, why can't all quarter intermissions be that long?
Yes.
NFL on Sundays, you're gone for like 10 or 15 minutes.
Snap it back, McKinney looks. Big rush put on. And down to mental 10.
Breakdown in the offensive line. We can only hope it's a fluke at this point. And especially after this kind of start they had. You hate to see it derail so quickly. Predators up 12-7, 14-17, and ticking in the second quarter. Trying to do a better job of keeping updated on the time. It's actually going to be second and 14.
And he back, got a little time, throw behind his receiver.
Number 15, but we don't have a 15 on the roster. Unless that's, no, that was Octavius Love, number 5. He was wide open on that wheel route, and Ricky either never saw him or thought he wouldn't have enough time to get the ball to him, unfortunately.
Third down.
Third and a long 14, too. Again, right here, I think this is where you want to dial up your quick pass play, especially, you see, no, that's Love. Mueller's not in yet. Wait a second, that isn't 15. That's not Love. Who's wearing 15? Oh, I bet it was that little guy in practice.
Yeah.
McKinney under the wrist.
McKinney rolls, got his man. First down. Well, I don't know if he made the first down. But
well, if he didn't, he made it fourth and really manageable.
yes.
And, I mean, we're the away team. If we'd been at home with our own officials, maybe they call out a first down, maybe they don't. It ain't none of my business, but fourth down and a 1.
Let's go, D!
And I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a deep pass to the end zone here again. I think it's going to depend more on what the Havoc show on D. Oh yeah, we're going deep. Look at this defense; they are selling out for this.
Just what I was saying. They're trying to stop the short game.
Oh, McKinney has to take off, and McCoy can catch that! Wow! That might put McLaurin over 50 yards. I'm not sure.
For first down.
Big first down conversion.
McLaren had the sky to get it, but he got it. Making up for the last game where he had some problems.
Yeah, he has definitely gotten something worked out in practice last Saturday. He was going ballistic, running himself ragged, trying to redeem himself for mistakes he assumed he made. He did have some issues, but thus far he hasn't had any. Isaac Mueller checks into the game. I like the call putting the red zone receiver in there, but McLaurin checks out. Wyatt Rogers still only had one reception, to my knowledge.
It was a Wyatt Rogers.
He heard the footsteps.
Yes.
That was all it boils down to. Every time Wyatt hears the footsteps, he shuts down.
I was trying to say.
And I tell you what, I really like the call. And on those smoke routes, I would not be surprised within the next couple of weeks, probably not within this game, but on those smoke routes like that, I would not at all be surprised to see Wyatt start making adjustments that see him not go upfield at all, just so he has a little bit more time to prepare for any hits he might take. I think McLaurin has checked back into the game, second down and 10.
I don't understand where the ball's at.
And McKinney under duress, can't get rid of it this time. He goes down.
They had the ball this side of the 10, and they're calling it end goal.
And go.
Well, both.
There's no way.
Don't understand that.
Maybe they're saying they got it all the way down to the 10 exactly, and that we lost a yard on that last play.
But before that, they were still had the holes together. But
There's nothing we can do about it up here.
Shotgun.
Chris Cooley in motion.
And it leads shows up.
And that's not a bad.
Big rush.
He was dead.
Had to be blown dead. It hit the ground. No flag.
Now
they're throwing a flag.
So I think that's for all the jawing. I mean, I don't know who it was. We could hear him from up here. So, got no idea what town and distance this is going to be. I think the Preds are trying to make their case. They appear to be moving backward.
Intentional ground. Predators have lost down. Fourth down.
They called it grounding?
Yeah, because he threw it to 77, and 77 was the center. And the center's never an eligible receiver.
Called it grounding 10, 15 seconds after the pass was made. Clock's still running.
Yeah.
God, honey.
9:27 left in the second, and as unfortunate as it is, this is a down and distance the Predators really aren't too unfamiliar with. 4th and goal from the 19.
Grounding is loss of down, yeah.
Yeah. So it's all or nothing right here, though. Honestly, I think they'd have better luck lobbing this up to Wyatt and hoping for a pass interference penalty. They got McLaurin in the slot, though. I would not be surprised to see him go in on a sharp cutting post and maybe try to make a jumping catch in the end zone.
Pass was intended for Cooley. I think Cooley feels he should have had it. Was a little behind him.
I thought Wyatt was the one going for that when he was crossing the field, and Ricky did not have any time to set his feet. He just got away from him a little bit, and I'm sure all you quarterbacks or coaches or quarterbacks to be can tell anybody, all your friends, how important it is to set your feet as a player.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Havoc. Havoc really have not shown us a lot deep.
And it's going to be Sean Sanders in at Jack linebacker, flanked by Kenneth Patman.
Scroggins under center. back. He's got time. And he hits his receiver.
And that's good for Jimmy John's freaky fast first down.
And I tell you what,
Shot it hard though. It looked like.
it stinks. That was a bad first down. That was just straight man-to-man coverage, and the Predators secondary just got outrun on that one. Double crossing routes against man coverage, that's usually going to happen. Great lead effort by Scoggins. They're able to really get his receiver open to throw, but did you see that wall? How hard it buckled? I think Kelvin might be able to knock this one down too.
Scoggins back, steps back after he went out of the shotgun. Overthrew his receiver.
And another great pass break by Granville Jr. I'm not sure how much of that was him and how much of that was the wall looming. Because I tell you what, in spite of Kelvin knocking it down against the Cowboys, that wall does not give. That wall is undefeated.
Yeah, it bounced right back, didn't it?
Yeah. Receivers tend to think when they get that close to the ball, especially when they're running right towards the DB breathing down the neck. It's tougher to hang on to the ball than you think in that kind of situation. But I gotta say, the Predators really need to bring some heat here because Scoggins has had all day to throw on this drive. Oh,
Still going under.
and they blow out and back. They got him with the hard count that time, but what gets me is that you still saw nobody blitz. Sean and Patman both made an effort to start dropping back into coverage.
That was Michael Pitts.
Michael Pitts?
Yeah, it was a fullback, a 380-pound fullback.
Oh, yeah. He's wearing 72. I've said that for years. You don't need a fullback, you don't need a running back if you're going to pass first. All you need is an offensive lineman with quick feet, and you should be good to go.
Second down. They gave to him again.
And the Havoc are in the little league dugout zone.
See where the spot is.
Another Jimmy John's freaky fast first down.
And that was Kenneth Patman on that tackle. And I tell you what, all I can say, it's easy to say from up here, but you got a 380-pound fullback, just go for the legs, man. I don't think you're going to get many body tackles off on this guy. First and goal.
Surprise, yeah, they did it again. This time they got him.
Sean tries to bring him down.
Might have picked up a yard.
Yeah, got some help from his friends that time.
Second down from the 6. Yeah, he got a yard.
Again, as I mentioned, this is where things really tend to get condensed. Between the 10 and the 7, you can make an argument that you can pass on some quicker routes like short corners and whatnot. But when you're inside the 6 like this, passing goes from difficult to just about impossible, unless you know what you're doing.
Under center, he's looking, he's got a lot of
This is crazy. Well, I mean, when you have that much time,
Yes.
I think it's harder not to throw a touchdown than it is to throw a touchdown.
And that's a visit Lake City, South Carolina.
You and I could have thrown a touchdown
I
behind
was
us.
gonna say,
And it blows me away that they're not blitzing because there are only 3 men. I mean, the Havoc's offensive line is already one of the best in the league. It's going to be tough to get pressure on them regardless of what you do, but you're dropping back into coverage and giving yourself an unfavorable blocking matchup out of the gate. I mean, you're kind of asking for trouble. I mean, the linebacker spy worked once on the fullback wheel, but we haven't
there's
seen
a
it
spot.
since.
Kick it up, kick it
Going down the
good.
try is no good.
No good.
Good. Carolina Havoc
It's a
13.
lead, but it's only by 1.
13-12, 4:48 left to go.
I'll tell you what, the offensive line for both teams really, the Havoc has stepped it up, and the Predators, I don't know what happened between the first and second quarter, but it's like they replaced all 3 guys on it. I mean, it is night and day. From one stoppage, just think that you're going to have that many issues.
And they haven't changed out, so still got the same starting lineup. It'd be nice to see a Predators run back all the way.
There was talk this week about putting Corey Jumper, who is 6'1", 260, in at fullback as a full-time pass protector because he is a bit undersized for an offensive lineman, but at the fullback spot, he'd probably be a bit better off because his footwork is so good. There was talk about that, but Kelvin Sessions remained in fullback, and he's had a good day. But Jumper has struggled against these bigger defensive ends thus far.
Thunderbird was out there talking to the White Hat.
Kick is off. We might have
Look out.
Wow. That was beautiful. And the stupid scoreboard covered it off. I'm sorry about that. I'm sure the Havoc team got it. That's going to be an Uno. Ball goes through the uprights on a kickoff. It's an extra point for the team that kicked it, and the ball comes out to the 5-yard line instead of the 20 like it does on other touchdowns. So very hazardous field position for the Predators if their offensive line doesn't get their act together. Corey Jumper and William Thaxton. That's Jamar Cypress. Cypress, Jumper, Bingham.
Center, I think.
First and 10 for Preds from the 5-yard line. Ricky McKinney still in the quarterback. 4:10 and counting left in the second quarter. So if you really want to get cryptic, I think it might be in your best interest to, if you're the Predators, to bleed this clock as much as you can and make this the last possession of the first half. Plays like that are making help.
A tough snap, and McKinney had to rebound.
Nothing to say about that one except that
Reserve
didn't have time to throw it yet. There was an extra quarter all the way. I think if that snap had been on, we probably would have been able to set his feet and that thing on. Just didn't have gas. Didn't have time, I should say. That snap was rolled it off in just the third of a second or so. He had to take and grab that thing, cut into it. And he wasn't able to complete the pass.
Predators break out of the huddle. McKinney go for the shotgun.
And he's calling a timeout.
Yeah. All the timeout. Don't think he liked the timeout being called.
I was trying to move the mic closer, but it didn't work. It's fine when they're not playing the music. When they start playing the music, they can't hear us. Or so I've been told. Now, Frankie Littlejohn is on the sideline. He had trouble in pass protection last week when he made his first start at center, but he worked on his snapping technique in practice this past Saturday, and he has at least gotten the accuracy down. So at what point does snap accuracy become more valuable than pass protection from the center? I think that's going to be a theme we run into later down the line in this game. 3:30, what? There's no way, because there were 4.5 minutes when they snapped the ball. How did we lose a whole minute?
Well, it did take him a while to call the timeout, but not that long.
Yeah. No motion here. Oh, and they caught him at the hard count.
Yep.
Play. Offside.
That was slick, Ricky.
Still second down.
Must have been what they said on the timeout.
So after all of that, after the timeout and everything, it was a hard count. Which, I mean, hey, whatever works. That was one of our keys to the game. If something starts working, don't get creative. Work with it until they stop it and then find something else.
Still 5 yards. No
Yeah.
matter what way you look at it. Second down.
Oh, they jumped again, but they didn't call it. Flag flies, they're going to get him.
The flag is down.
Yeah. Carolina, the Havoc were way off sides there. And yep, first down Predators.
Yep. Moving up to the 15. First down. Kenny's got a whole lot of room to work with.
First down for the Predators.
And now the clock, again with penalties like that, it's gonna stop. So 3:29 left, 35 yards to go. It may sound a bit odd, but that is long enough in relation to the length of the field. You've got enough time to make this the last possession of the game, or at least so close to the last possession it doesn't matter.
Maybe they can hard calm them down the field.
Not like that. And there go all the penalty yards.
Yeah, we did pick up a down on it.
So, man, that's a shame. First and 10 from the 15 turns into second and 19 from the 6. Out it stings. We got a timeout called with 3 minutes and 1 second left. Would not be surprised. It won't be on this drive, but should this one not end in the score, I would not at all be surprised if we see Little John come in. Not necessarily because Ricky's doing bad, because Little John is just a bit more shifty in the pocket, can buy himself a hair more time. So again, to my knowledge, we have not seen Frank
He's the greatest by age points
even if he's struggling in pass protection, it's still a fresh body that hasn't played, which has to count for something, though at the same time, they may be saving him for the second half.
I will say one thing. I think the Havoc has decided, you know, we can't cover him deep, so let's make sure we get in there. And number 72, the running back.
Oh, he's in his nose.
Yes.
Oh, that's PI.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can tackle a receiver before he makes a catch.
Well, the NFL you can.
Chris Cooley was the target there, and he got it.
Pass to the big.
I think it was a wheel route, but it was a little bit underthrown. It kind of turned into a faux curl, and the Havoc just kind of pounced on that. So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty for pass interference. We're right back to square one.
Yeah.
After all of that. But again, any way you can pick up first downs. Well, actually, we gained a yard and all of that. But again, this offensive line, they got to figure something out. If it's subbing guys in, if it's switching up the pass protection, if it's hitting them with the tight end screen, you got to get your act together at this point. That's not going to help.
He looks.
Number 25, Al Harris.
And the receiver was Wyatt Brown.
Hands he couldn't come up with it. Wyatt, he was kind of taking that one hard, but I really don't know how much of a chance he had. That was rough.
Second down, clock is running. 2:05 left.
Is that I'm a Bee by the Black? I haven't heard that song in probably almost 10 years.
Yeah.
That was I'm a Bee by the Black Eyed Peas. Man, that brings back some memories. That is a song from before the time I liked football. All right, it's a 2nd and 10 from the 16.
Kenny in the shotgun. Throws
the
to his
play.
man. Smart play.
And Wyatt's still going. He's got some fight in him. He always does.
He said, I'm going to get hit.
Yeah, but remember that adjustment I talked about in the first quarter where I said on smoke routes you might see Wyatt hang around a little closer to the line of scrimmage so he can have a bit more open space to work with? That's
Yeah.
exactly what happened. Instead of taking a 2 or 3 steps upfield, he only took 1 on that start. Got himself some space from the from DBs, and then was able to turn it upfield. And again, 2 years ago when he first started, I don't think he would have gotten 3 yards. But now, as fast and lean as he is, man, if you tackle him, it's going to take more than one guy to bring him down. And he sets up a pivotal 3rd and 1. And the clock is stopped for the 1-minute warning. That should have been a timeout. So the Predators, as far as clock management is concerned, you couldn't be doing any better. This is perfect.
Well, it's ball time.
Though at the same time, you start running into this kind of no man's land of a philosophical quandary here. If you're the Havoc, you know the Predators are going to try to run this clock down. So do you let them score on this play or one of the plays soon to try it? Well, I don't know what they were doing there. It didn't work. And bring up 4th and 4.
Cut back, he ran into a hailstorm.
Yeah, and now you're seeing the Havoc call a timeout, so they're confident that they can stop the Preds on this 4th down. That quandary I was talking about, forget it. It is null and void unless the Predators pick up this 1st down. Should that happen, you're going to see them have to make a decision. Because if the Predators run this clock all the way down and they score on the last play of the half, the Havoc are not going to get a chance to respond. They're going to get the ball to start the second half, but they will not have a chance to respond to this score, and the Predators will go into the locker room with a lead. If they let the Predators score or force some kind of turnover, which in effect would be the same thing, except the Predators might get points in one way or another. But if the Havoc get the ball back before the end of the half and they score before the Predators have a chance to respond, then the Havoc get the ball to start the second half, and now the Predators can't respond to either one of those scores. So if the Havoc play this right, they've got the potential to be up by 2 scores after the first drive of the second half. If the Predators play this right, they've got a chance to be up at halftime, and it's a direct snap for Ronald Reagan, and it didn't work.
And he makes the stand.
And he wasn't able to take down that ball. Okay, now let's look at the flip side of that quandary. You're the Predators. You know the Havoc are probably going to run this clock down. They got 2 timeouts. You've got 1. You let them score here and try and go for another offensive run?
I don't think you let them score just confidence-wise. You know.
At the same time, if you went out there intending to let them score, and they did score, that would mean defensively you've technically done something right. So could that be? That is the worst confidence builder I've ever come up with. That is terrible.
I'll let you keep talking.
Yeah, kids and coaches, don't try that at home. Scoggins in the shotgun. This is clearly a pass. So I imagine this one's going straight to the end zone.
Yeah, they got the big man up there to block.
Yep, there it goes. Oh, inside and underthrown. Granville had a shot at that one, but nothing.
Second down.
And now, again, inside the 1-minute warning, incomplete pass is going to stop the clock. I think you're going to see the Havoc start getting really conservative here, especially considering how well covered that shot was. You're probably going to see some kind of a hitch here, maybe even a run. But you do have to remember, if the Havoc lose yardage, the clock will stop. So if they run this thing and they somehow tackle that beast of a man behind the line of scrimmage, it's effectively a timeout for the Predators.
Gets back to the shotgun. Sends a man in motion.
Dude is offside. We're not going to call it.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Nice PBU by Stephen Allen. That's a gray area. I mean, it was way less blatant than the one they had on Chris Cooley, but I don't know. You can make an argument either way.
Well, I got a feeling that's an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah. Especially if Sean's chewing Allen out after that one. That's not a good sign. I was in the locker room last week and during the Peach State game at halftime. Sean chewed the players out, told them to get their act together. Man, that was one of the scariest moments of my life. He wasn't even talking to me.
Well, I'll tell you, in 3 years of arena football, I had never seen a pass interference. I've seen 3 tonight.
Man, you never watch the AFL. All they do there is interfere with passes. Oh! Now it gets interesting. Oh wait, no, those are just going to offset, aren't they? Oh, wait, what? Okay, so it
goes back to a first down. I don't understand that.
I guess it's an automatic first for the pass interference, but when they put the pass interference flag on Cooley, that wasn't a first down. So maybe they're saying the pass interference got him the first down, and then the unsportsmanlike came after the snap, and the unsportsmanlike pushed it. But that would make it. That would. What?
This is probably one of the better referee games we've seen.
And off he goes.
He's crossed the line.
Ooh. That was a smart play by Scoggins. You saw him extend that ball over the sideline right at the tail end of that thing and stop the ball. It's gonna finish off at 28.2 seconds. There's still plenty of time for the Havoc to get something done. Not so much for the Predators. If they get a turnover here or on the next play, they might have time, but inside 20 seconds, you're usually not going to have long enough to get anything done. So that being said, if you want to play strategically, could say that, wait a second, hang on, it's second and goal, look at that.
Yeah. Oh, I don't.
Well, it doesn't matter. Judging by where that one came from, they seem to be blowing it off, but from where it came from, I'd say linebacker out of the box, though this is the AAL, and I have not seen that penalty called all year. I mean, I'm not sure, but whatever it is, it's fine.
Wonder what the flag was.
It might have been linebacker out of the box, which, again, I have not seen an AAL official call this year, although it has been blatantly violated by both teams in every game I have seen this season. But, I mean, if they did call that, Carolina declined it. So, the Havoc, 24 seconds for the Preds. You are right on the door for being able to get something done. You're pushing it. You can get something done now. Unless Isaac Mueller can put this thing, unless the Predators can put this thing in the end zone before that clock hits triple zeros and give Isaac Mueller a chance at an Uno, they cannot tie this game up before halftime. They will go in. They will not go into halftime leading unless something crazy happens. Assuming their possession is the last one of the game, they won't have to lead. That should read 21.
112 is the score.
24.1 seconds remaining. Now, again, here's another philosophical quandary. Do you attempt to return it? Well, you got to attempt to return this kick. How far are you willing to go? Because you take this thing, the kick return game has been good. They've gotten it out to around the 15 pretty consistently. But every time they've done that, it's taken about 10 seconds. Sometimes longer than that. At what point do you say, okay, just drop this thing out and just get out to the 5 and drop it out of bounds, take 3 seconds off the clock and see what we can do? At what point is that time more valuable than the field position? Is it more valuable now? Is it more valuable in 15 seconds? I don't know. I mean, we're going to find out. I got a feeling they're just going to tell them to run this one. Because Lord knows, I think harder and overthink things more than pretty much everyone in this stadium combined. I'd rather say sometimes.
Going for the Uno again.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Went for the Uno and didn't get it, so that was going to come out in the 20. So, crisis averted, the Predators are actually in pretty good hands here. First and 10 with 24.1 seconds to go. Barkley was spotted on the 20-yard line because the Uno wasn't good. I totally forgot about that. It's always the thing you never expect.
You got to think, if we were in Peach State, we'd be on our way home now.
The sad thing is that you're not wrong. All right.
24.1, a score down would be nice.
So right here, the Havoc are probably going to come out in some kind of cover 3 run. I'm running screens on the outside and a straight streak or maybe a skinny post right up the middle, trying to split some safeties. more than likely, these DBs are going to be covering 10 yards downfield. I'd throw a quick screen to McLaurin or Wyatt here. Just tell them to drop it out of bounds and get ready for second down and 6 or so. McLaurin's open. Ricky goes down there. Look at him over there. That is the loneliest sight.
Snap was really not there. It was off to his hip.
And they lost yardage. The clock's going to stop. That's the only good thing about that play. Though I think even if it hadn't, they still had a timeout left. So now, 18.1 seconds. You lost 6 seconds. You lost 3 yards. It's second down and 13. You got time, but really you're pushing it. You're going to need a really big play somewhere. And I think that's what they're going for because Wyatt's about to go in motion on the outside.
Well, Kenny,
He's going to get jammed at the line, too. It's going to be interesting.
Kenny's got some running room.
He's got to get out of bounds, though. And he doesn't go down. First down's not going to stop the clock. They got to call a timeout.
Well, the clock did stop at 8.9.
I guess they're going to say he got forced out of bounds. So a good scramble there by Ricky. And it will pick up a first down. If we didn't have 8.9 seconds left, I think we'd be a lot more happy about that. It is what it is. No huddle. Oh, and the clock. Okay, I've never seen that before. They stopped the clock for the first down when the chains got reset. They started it back up. So Ricky had to spike it. Second down and 10. Kind of wondering why they were running the no huddle. The clock stopped. That explains it. And Pitts is going to check out. McLaurin's back in. He's the guy you want down here.
McLaurin just would be the man, I think.
And right here, I'm running the exact opposite of what I said to run on that initial play. I've got streaks on the outside and a pivot route on the inside, trying to either split those safeties deep, get one of them playing up a little bit close and throw it over his shoulder, or if they do decide to guard the end zone, you can have a guy underneath him catch the ball and drop it over the side of the wall in about 3 seconds.
Kenny in shotgun there.
Oh, man, that's going to rub that thing until he was offsides. Man, that's going to be second down and 20.
No wonder he was running.
And that one, as unfortunate as it is, that one's just on the quarterback. You got to get that ball snapped sooner. And they do call it a 5-yard penalty. Usually it's 10. I guess they're saying one of the linemen jumped first. So not as bad, but with 6.1 seconds now, they took time off of that play. Still disastrous. Wyatt double checking his route with Ricky. I really can't imagine that it's anything other than a streak at this point.
Kenny in the shotgun. Got the snap.
3 verts. He's got Wyatt deep, but it and they just got to stop him here. Good job by Calvin to knock him out. That was almost beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if we saw the Ricky special on that one, I think we could have caught it. I don't know. Wyatt had to slow down and turn around for that one, so I don't know if he would have made it in the end zone. I don't know if he would have been able to catch it, get the ball outside of the boundary before the clock hit 0. Man, that was so sad to see. It was great zone coverage there by the Havoc, too. I mean, that's exactly what you want to do when you're playing zone coverage like that. Put the quarterback in the making the back throw. But there wasn't a back throw. If he's thrown it hard, he probably could call it. Could have, would have, should have, who knows. That's all it's at this point. Halftime. Starting out, and if you don't mind, I think I'm going to go join the guys down in the locker room and see what the gist is. Go up here.
I'm gonna go.
Alright, I'll stay up here and get back.
T-shirt, helmet, and back.
I'll get right back.
All you fans at home get to see me white balance the game. Beautiful. Yeah, I had it on that setting earlier because in the actual arena, the whole thing does look a little yellow because you got these
Are y'all ready
really
to
nice
go?
but
What's your
very
name?
yellow and fluorescent lights up there.
Can't wait.
So the whole field does kind of have a
Are y'all
yellow
ready?
tint to it.
On your
But
mark.
retrospectively, I'm looking at the picture now. This looks way better.
Hey, let's go. Now, put it around the collar. Put it around the collar. It's over here. There you go. All right, awesome job, girl. Now we got Andrew thinks that he can outdance Steve. Look at what he's got.
Having a high time right now.
Come on, Steve. What do you guys think? Can Andrew think outdance Steve? Let's do it. Look what he's got. He's dancing smooth. I saw them. I saw them on the bench going at it. Will you guys? Go Andrew. Let's go Steve.
back from halftime. Game's not going to start. I give it another 5 minutes. Clark says a minute 35, but there ain't no way it's going to start in 90 seconds. These guys aren't ready yet. Well, they get warmed up and give you a little synopsis of the game. Nothing else. You're watching one of the other games, whatever it may be. The Predators started out stronger than we've ever seen them come out before. Got a quick on their first drive with a touchdown pass, making a game with this game, and a gutsy fourth down play call. And then after that, the Predators stopped the Havoc in the red zone on the opening drive, went down the field, Ricky ran it in. The Predators went up 12-0, and from there, it has been all Havoc in the second half, scoring 21 unanswered after an anomalous offensive line breakdown between the first and second quarter. Now, I was down there in the locker room with the guys, didn't get as much time to spend with them as I would have liked, but we think we've got a few adjustments up our sleeve that should be able to at least calm down the Havoc pass rush, which is headed, at least to this point, by Jason Myers, who's been matched up against Brandon Bingham. Now, Bingham historically has been one of the best pass protectors I've ever seen in person. Certainly the most reliable on any team he's been present with, at least in my experience. But he has been getting beat a lot because Jason Myers is 6'2", 225 pounds, and is not running through him, but running around him on every single play. I wouldn't hesitate to say at all that Myers runs like a 4.6 or a 4.5. He's doing great. Because getting around Bingham, I don't care how fast you are, that's a challenge. He's doing it with consistency. So I think we've got a couple of adjustments that should be able to not necessarily nullify the pass rush and Myers' ability to get into the backfield, but at least slow it down. Of course, Mark, I talked to him and he said all they got to do is just throw a damn ball.
He's coming strong from that side and having to go around Bingham on a roll to the opposite side.
And another thing I did forget about, I don't know how much it'll help because the defensive line can split out as much as they want in relation to how far out the offensive line goes, but the maximum length of split between offensive line is 1 yard. You can be a 4 yard apart. I think they've been about 2 feet apart most of this year. If you get the extra foot in there, I don't know how much it's going to help because again, the defensive line is going to be able to shift out further, so not just delay the inevitable by a few seconds, by a few tenths of a second or so, but it'd be worth trying out. Probably not at this point in the game, especially if I haven't done the ball start this half, but maybe in practice this week or coming up this Cape Fear maybe, trying to test out some line splits. Chris Cooley trying out some PATs. And the refs appear to be giving some signals to ready to play. I think Cooley's going to put in one more PAT and the call this thing off. That's not how you want to do it. It almost went back through the other refs. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that. Well, it doesn't matter now. So Isaac Mueller, kickoff specialist for the Predators. And Charles Simmons as deep as you can.
Hey, universe! Don't forget to come and join the members of their pride every Wednesday at Little D's Dugout for the Wednesday Havoc Meet and Eat. Come and meet the members of your pride starting at 5 p.m. Little D's, located at 3051 South Irving Street in Florence.
Kickoff. Set to commence here in just a few moments. The Havoc up 21-12 on the Predators after scoring 21 unanswered in the second quarter. Looking to extend their lead here on this drive, and the Predators looking to get themselves not really back in this game because they are still in the thick of it, but get back the momentum they lost after the first quarter. And I tell you what, the first way to go about doing that is to start bringing some heat. Put in some faster defensive ends, start blitzing that linebacker, do everything in your power to get to Jesse Scoggins because he has had all day to throw.
At the beginning, they got to Scoggins and they shook him up, but then they let him get his stride.
And that's not going to plan, but he falls down. So the Predators catch a little bit of a lucky break there. Could have ended disastrously, but it ends honestly, it ends about right where that first drive did for the Havoc, when they got stopped in the red zone by the Predators on that opening possession of the first half. So perhaps a little deja vu, though I'm sure at this point they've been informed. Don't overthink and don't underestimate this team that they might have underestimated coming into the beginning of this game.
That very well could be.
Because at the very least, the Predators have shown that they have come to play, and they have given the Havoc a game thus far. There wasn't much doubt in my mind that the Predators would be able to use their record and reputation to their advantage to some degree. Though, again, this is the second half, and I think that shock value has worn off.
Roggins in the shotgun. Got a man.
Oh, and they got some pressure. He just lobs this one up, and Sanders almost had it. He didn't almost had it. He was closer than anybody else to it, and there we go. You see that 4 men across the original line of scrimmage sending some heat, putting Frankie Littlejohn in there to try and get some extra pressure off the edge. It worked to perfection. Just got to send some heat, make those adjustments. And it turns the 1st and 10 into 2nd and 10. Again, the Predators showing they're not messing around.
I think, there you go. I think we could, if we can shatter him. You know, he had it too easy that second quarter. He's coming back under center.
But you did bring up an interesting point about getting him rattled, because you gotta remember, he's been playing behind the Havoc offensive line. He probably hasn't been hit as much the whole season as Mark and Ricky have been in one game. I didn't see how much pressure they get on him that time. It was more than usual.
They had decent pressure. He still had too much time.
Again,
3rd and 10.
Having some trouble. Again, key here is to get Scoggins rattled. Defensively, that's what they got to do. To do that, you got to get pressure. I like the adjustment by the Havoc. Putting him under center so he can get the ball out a little bit faster, though something's wrong. The wrong man was going into motion. It looks like they got it sorted out. Quick screen. And it ain't going to be enough for the first, but wow!
Predators are pumped.
And that's how you gain momentum on a play in which the offense gains yardage. I mean, there's tackling, and then there is throwing a guy to the ground and somehow not, well, I mean, that was a legal tackle all the way, but they're having a lot of punch and a lot of momentum behind it. Again, they aren't here to roll over and give the Havoc a free win. They're going to fight, and they're going to fight as hard as they possibly can. 4th and 5 coming up for the Havoc.
Well, they finally march off where he has to go for the first time.
They did, because I don't see the other marker. It's gone.
I guess the down marker is what they're using.
Huh.
Big rush put on and
Got
got
all day to
good
throw. They
block.
blitzed this time. Oh, and a great drive. Team rails there for the defense. I really like what the Havoc did there. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but they rolled the pocket over to the right-hand side to give Scoggins just a little bit more time. And that worked better than most anything they've done this game. That's saying a lot. After how well that play worked, I would not at all be surprised to see Scoggins at least kind of shift over in the pocket a little bit more on these other plays. But look at this. They're obviously comfortable with the pass protection situation now because they got him back in the shotgun.
Look for number 72.
Yeah, this is probably going to be a run. Oh no, 7's not in motion. No, it's a quarterback keeper, and he got it.
We had the play right, just the wrong run.
Yeah.
And now is where Predators need to come back.
Yeah, they gotta come out and answer. On those last 2 drives, you can kind of say, yeah, they didn't have the luxury of going out there and being able to waste time in a sense, because they were inside the 1-minute warning. They had to get the ball down fast and spike it and whatnot. So they're going to have a little bit more limits. Oh, they are going for 2, yeah. Interesting call. We're looking at going up by...
Same play.
energy beating, remember? They just ran it down their throats. That's definitely going to be something to look out for on the defensive side of the ball. How much more the Havoc are willing to run. Now this, or what's going to come after this kickoff, is the moment we've all been waiting for. How is this Predators offense going to adjust to what the Havoc did to them in the second quarter? I mean, it's going to be interesting to say the least. Hits, and Steven Allen back to return. Back to set the kick this one off. You got to be thinking he's going to be going for this Guna. And he's not going to make that one. So that'll come out to the 20. Favorable field position for the Preds.
Good idea. Allen let it go.
They had the distance, just not the accuracy. And Mark doesn't have his helmet on, so Ricky's probably going to get his helmet on.
Some Mark get a helmet, but then he
Yeah,
handed it to
It's
somebody.
been a theme. A lot of people noticed around the league this year. Teams sharing helmets, which, I mean, is it unsanitary? Probably. Is it cost effective? Yeah, definitely. Pick your poison.
Now they got the other yard marker. Yeah.
Well, where'd it go? Or where had it been? So,
Got me.
interesting call here. Mark's in at quarterback. Again, he is more of the quick passer, more of a rhythm guy. He's less liable to kind of stand in the pocket. He likes to get the ball out fast, but when he can't, he does tend to take off. He's a bit faster than Ricky, a bit more shifty. It'll be interesting to see how that affects things.
Mark takes a snap, gets his pass
He
away.
goes deep for Wyatt, but what? Yeah, that's PI. I mean, Wyatt got shoved into the wall. I mean, if you're a DB and you get beat, that's a smart thing to do, but
Yeah.
you can be a little less obvious about it.
Especially in
on
an
a
arena
flag,
because it doesn't put it down as a 10.
That's what always blew me away. My dad first mentioned it, and then I started noticing it too, and it started bugging me. When DBs, they commit blatant pass interference like that, and then they go over to the ref and act surprised that a flag got thrown. I mean, you shove a guy into the wall, what do you think's going to happen?
Yeah.
So, a 10-yard gain for the Preds.
They are moving the yard marker. How nice. First and 10. Predators.
Right, and that changed the thing. Still first and 10. It's offside, better get back on. Okay, Bingham is going to have to declare as the tight end here because McLaurin's in X. He's on the line and something like that.
The referees want something done.
I think the tight end didn't declare. I think that was it. 'Cause I never saw Bingham raise his hand, but he should be the tight end here. Oh, come on, stream. Little John. Oh.
That hit the ground. I don't know where the rough was, but that hit the ground. We don't have replay, do we?
Freaking stream froze too. Well, no, it froze after we wrote the plane. I'm gonna pull up the stream right now and see if it did hit the ground. Because I mean, I saw more. It's hard to say it's a bad play. It's hard to say it wasn't a bad play because he really stood in there and he took a hit, but he got hit. Not really hit, just influenced as he threw, and that was the deal breaker.
Who we got down over there?
It's 77. That's going to be a big blow if he can't make it back in this game. Cypress had a great game. Snap accuracy has been a little off, but as far as pass protection is concerned, he's been doing great.
I didn't see it. I don't know if he
We got the
got hit in the back.
faux replay right here. Okay. That's where it froze. So, God, when did it restart? Okay, here it is. I can't really tell. Well, they tried to. I'm watching the replay on this stream. They tried to switch up the pass protection. They put Sessoms on 15, which, I mean, that's a good idea on paper, but Sessom just wasn't able to get his feet under him fast enough to really get down there and block him. But Cypress, it had to be some kind of non-contact injury. Oh. Never mind. Or no, I was looking at the wrong guy. Where is he? There he is. Looking. Man.
Looks like he's in pain.
Yeah, that was a non-contact injury too. He tried to cut and he just went down. That is never a good sign.
Is there a trainer out there? Sure doesn't look like it. Yeah, we were at Peach State, the clock would be running.
They stopped at 9:01 right now. I forgot to update the scoreboard. Havoc up 35-12 now. After all that, I didn't even go back and see if his knee was down.
I'm sure. I guess I saw it wrong, but I thought the
I wasn't
ball
paying
hit the
attention.
turf. Well, there is a trainer out there. It's just so little you can't see behind all these giants.
Yeah, I don't think it's a testament to the training size. I think it's a testament to how big these guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Little John wasn't down on the ball, never touched the ground. He scooped it up right before he did.
Oh, man.
It was a really good interception. I mean, had Little John just had a half second longer to throw this thing, he was going for Wyatt, he wouldn't have completed it anyway. Wyatt ran a post and Mark threw a curl.
Huh.
That play was doomed from the start.
You can be pretty sure that if Mark's in there, he's looking for Wyatt.
Yeah. And, the pass rush was slowed up for one play and that was gone the next. And again, it's not looking like Cypress is going to return to this game, so there's going to have to be a major adjustment up front. Frankie Littlejohn is the backup center, so he's not going to go in.
Well, we have a medic coming up. She wanted to make sure he was hurt.
Frankie, those of you who tuned in last week, had troubles with snap accuracy and pass blocking. The snap accuracy has gotten cleared up. He's taken on a new snapping technique in practice, at least. He looked great. He was snapping it pretty accurately. He had the leg up on Cypress in that regard, but pass protection, it's a total wild card. We don't know what we're going to see out of him. He is going to be coming in fresh, or as fresh as you can be after playing some defensive end in 2 quarters. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. A lot of moving parts to this equation right now, and the Preds are going to have to make sure every one of them is working.
Just a Yes, but I'm thinking ACL.
I don't want to speculate, but it was a non-contact injury. He was trying to stop the ball carrier after that interception, and he cut, and his body didn't agree with him.
I don't know why Marcus wasn't out there throwing the ball.
I think it'd be a little bit disrespectful at this point. Yeah, this is bad.
I have a feeling they're clearing that for a stretcher. This is the one thing, I mean, it affects both teams. You play a game, play these guys that all probably one time or another have played with each other, or so when you see your man go down,
It's always rough. With each other, against each other. Semi-pro leagues, especially in this region, are as far-reaching as anything I've ever seen. Everybody on every team seems to know one another in some way, shape, or form. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see Frankie down there now talking to some of the Havoc players, but I don't know. Frankie's Frankie. He can hit it off with anybody. There
he's
ain't
going
no
to
telling.
talk to.
Yeah.
He'll be up in the stands talking to.
Yeah. There's no telling if he knows them or not.
They're not going to have him stand up. Somebody's got to be coming for him. Got his shoulder pads off, it looks like. It's not upper body.
And Nathan Marcus actually was just given a pair of shoulder pads on the sideline. I don't think you can suit a guy up like that if someone goes down. But
No.
no, he's not down. I bet they were
It would be
side
under
season.
21.
They're summoning guys over. They're gonna help him onto a stretcher.
Both benches empty. This is the one thing about this. This is class. I'm going to pray for him. Looks like Sean went and got his bag. Trump gets his way, this hat will cost you $45.
like to welcome everyone back to the Florence Center in Florence, South Carolina. We had a injury timeout for Lamar Cypress, who went down trying to tackle an interception returner on the previous play. He suffered a non-contact injury and was carted off the field. Our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. And judging by the warm-ups I saw on the sideline, it looks like Kelvin Sessoms is going to go in at center, which leaves an open spot at the fullback position. Now, Isaac Mueller has played running back. His size, I don't think he's the best fit in a pass blocking situation, which, especially down 35 to 12, that's what you're going to be getting into. You're going to need a viable pass blocker back there. So I don't think it's going to be Mueller. If I had to guess, I'd say Kenneth Patman is going to go in there. Maybe Ricky.
Yeah, Donnie is out of uniform.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. You can see him over there in the gray shirt. Not entirely sure what happened with him. I guess he had some kind of injury during the first half and didn't want to aggravate it like Wyatt did against the Energy, maybe? But we're ready for play. We need some more guys on the field, but we're ready for action.
I thought maybe Donnie was going to the hospital with him, but
I'm not sure what he's doing. And he nails that one.
good. 36-12, 9:01 left.
And as debilitating and tragic as that injury was, you gotta love it. Something like that. Something that elongated. Something that personally does that give the Predators the momentum they need to come back and at least make this thing competitive? Are they going to play in his place, in his honor, or is it going to his absence in that center spot going to derail the offensive line? It's going to be interesting to see. Still not sure who's going into center. Like I said, Kelvin was warming up, but I can't imagine him going in at center because then we'd lose someone at fullback unless they want to put Frankie in at fullback. But Frankie's a better fit at center than Kelvin is unless they're going for pass protection and not accuracy. I guess we'll find out here in a second. Kicks up, but short this time.
Taken by Allen. Bringing it out, going up the middle.
And a flag flies from all the way to the other side of the field. I don't got a clue what this was for.
Turned it to the 20. See what the call is.
Yeah, he threw it from the other 20.
Illegal block in the back. 24, get it back on the Predators.
Illegal block in the back, so that one's going to push this thing towards the end zone.
First and 10 from the 10.
Mario Hawley. Looks like he's going to be the guy. Or no, Hawley's going in at tackle. Sessoms is going to snap. Corey Jumper's in at fullback. They talked about putting him in at that spot, but they've got him pretty close to the line. And Mark's trying to make sure he's in the right place. Surprised we're not seeing Ricky on this drive.
Yeah.
Oh, a nice move there by Mark. Oh, and down he goes. He took a hammering. He gets right up.
Second down for the Predators. After the run by Mark.
It's going to be 2nd and 4.
Dreaming the playbook is where to go when you want to have most fun for your party and team. Dreaming the playbook is official final for your Carolina Havoc. Contact Ricky Wade with 843-617.
Now the snap accuracy with Sessington, it's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on.
Havoc in the backfield, 42.
Couldn't shake it loose and was brought down in the backfield by number 42.
Third down, coming up for the Predators.
Yeah, I don't see on the
Snap was
right.
on target.
Yeah,
It was a shot play the whole way.
even Farmer.
Yeah, I just didn't have enough time to get rid of it. And I think the Havoc at this point are doing what I was afraid they were going to do. And
Let's
they're
go,
playing really
Havoc
tight, really aggressive coverage. And a low snap, Littlejohn's going to have to get rid of this one. Oh, down it goes. Wyatt was open, but Littlejohn couldn't set his feet.
He had to get rid of it quick.
Fourth down, coming up for the Predators.
What could have been a touchdown that flipped the game upside down. Turns into
Visit them on web at 84.media. Video production of all rates that any minutes get
Looks like James Rogers is out of uniform too. He's down there with Donnie Bird.
No, that's Jamaica.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Havoc team.
Wyatt's wearing 11.
No, not Wyatt Rogers. James Rogers.
We don't have James. No, James is Wyatt's first name. Mark's going to send this one deep, overthrown.
Pass is incomplete. Total down. First down. Carolina.
Just another O-line breakdown. There's nothing more to say. John didn't have time to throw, and Cypress' absence being felt all
The
day.
follow Italian restaurant. Order the best Italian
Well, when you lose a guy that's doing the best job down there,
Visit them at 2600 South Early Street.
5:23 and ticking left in the third quarter.
That's the follow with 1L.
Vario Holly, Kenneth Patman, and Frankie Littlejohn in on the defensive line. Oh no, hang on, they got 9 men on the field. They got to figure out who's going. And William Thaxton's going to bail out. Yeah, that's a touchdown.
Touchdown! Trey Long! And that's the Visit Lake City, South Carolina.com touchdown!
Just like that. They had to flip this game on 10. I mean, you thought with the injury to Cypress, the Preds might be able to come out with some momentum, but a quick 4 and out, catalyzed by offensive line play that was less than stellar, to put it lightly, and the Havoc are able to score on their first play from scrimmage afterward,
looks like they're going
42-12.
for 2. 42-12.
I guess they want some practice getting 2-point conversions in later down the line, but with the Doom having canceled all of their remaining games, the only team left on their schedule is the Cowboys for the playoffs.
They don't need any practice.
Yes, it is.
Two-point conversion is successful on that same quarterback keeper that we've seen down there. Honestly, I'm surprised they haven't tried to run it from other places on the field just to see how far it gets.
Well, he did come inside that time instead of outside. But I think Miller got run into the boards and he wasn't real happy about it.
Huh?
I think got run into the boards and he wasn't real happy about it. 43-12. 3:45 in the third quarter.
All right, we're doing it. We got
media timeout.
Jumping jacks.
Yeah.
25-yard line, do 5 push-ups, run to the end zone, do 5 burpees, and run back. Mountain climbers, burpees. All right. 5 jumping jacks. Middle of the field, do 5
Set.
push-ups. At the end zone, 5
Henry
burpees,
Thurman down there in the
you run back.
return. With Allen.
All right, you got to
Allen and number 6. To be Donald Glover, who we haven't talked about much in this
All right,
game.
y'all got it. Let's go. 5 push-ups. Let's go, guys. Let's cheer 'em on. Knock it off. Keep going. 5 mountain climbers. Y'all are doing awesome. Run. Way to go. All right, let's go here for US Army Challenge. What's your name?
That's Pitts back there to
Way to
return.
go, Robert. You did a great job.
Low line drive off the wall. It's alive. Allen knows that better than anybody. He's got some room to work and won't go much further. Up to around the 19. A lot of interpersonal contact there, no flags. But
Yeah.
certainly some pressure.
Unnecessary.
I don't know about unnecessary, but it was rough.
Yeah, when a guy comes off the wall, he's dead, right? First and 10.
Little
John
John.
still in a quarterback.
Yeah, Ricky. No, Ricky still got his helmet on. I think he's just wanting to give Mark a chance and see if he can get something going.
Ricky was out there in the kickoff.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah. He likes to go out on kickoffs.
Little John side steps, tucks it in, puts his helmet down, makes it to the 25.
And Wyatt's telling him off because he had him open right in the beginning of that thing, and then the Havoc were able to come down and step on it after Little John had to start scrambling around. But I really don't know. Between Mark getting his feet set and seeing Wyatt open initially, I don't know if he had enough time to actually get that thing off. It's going to count as a 6-yard gain, though. It's going to set up 2nd and 4.
Who's he got black horns? Is that Sessions?
Black what?
We got the fullback. No, 60.
Oh, and that one.
Pass to incomplete. Pressure coming from the Havoc team.
Little John took another big hit.
3rd down.
He's going over to Mike for some advice.
3rd and 5.
Mike's coaching him up. I think Mike's seeing something that they might be able to work with. But again, pretty much everything we say at this point comes with the asterisk of if the offensive line holds.
Yeah. Every snap, you just don't know.
It's almost like a lottery. I'm just going to go in motion. He's going to have a full head of steam when he gets to that line.
I think he just threw him down for a first down.
Yeah. But I think we might have reached the point where Little John is scrambling before he throws.
Yeah.
He's not really paying much attention to what's downfield.
He didn't
And
even
that
look to
happens.
pass in.
Yeah, and that happens when you have quarterbacks with offensive lines, and I don't necessarily think it's because of Cypress going out. I think it's everything that's piled up. Oh, and he saw something.
God, he saw something. He jumped from shotgun up to center.
Second down. We have Havoc merchandise outside of section 3.
And Wyatt open.
T-shirts, keychains.
I tell you what, on that play, offensive line was a total non-factor.
Yeah.
He got that thing out. I think that might have been the fastest pass in his career right there. I mean, there was no time between him getting that ball and it leaving his hand. But now look at this, they're pressing Wyatt. They know. Will John tries to
Takes
come
a
out from
snap.
under center. He's got a guy. That's a fumble. This is going Little John never saw it coming up. I saw that guy come around from the back.
Yeah.
He just couldn't feel the pressure, and that's something that not many quarterbacks can do.
49. Let's see if they go for 2 again.
That play will constitute the end of the third quarter. 49-12.
Yep. Unless he dropped it. No, he's not going to drop it. Got to hold it.
And Nine's helmet came off.
It's good. And you're having 50s. Competitors 12.
Please get those kids off of it.
Sending it down to you, next team.
So, I think this drive is going to confirm whether or not something is wrong with Ricky. Because Little John has really just not had a good game thus far.
Well, except when he cuts some runs.
And Little John's got his helmet off. Ricky has it on, so it could be a sign of things to come. You never really do know. Pitts and Allen back to return this kick.
Well, we got 15 minutes.
Yep, and
We scored 38 points.
I've seen crazier things, but those teams all had offensive lines. Kick is off. We might have Nuno there. Nope. Off to the right. So that one's going to come out at 20. And yeah, Ricky's coming out onto the field.
Might have got shook up. I think.
Along with one Sean Sanders. Sean must be going in at receiver. Unless he's playing line.
Well, they got him set at DB and wide receiver.
First and 10 from the 20 here for the Preds. 14:36 and counting in this one. They want to start anything that even resembles a comeback. It's going to have to come on this drive. And I'd love to say it'd have to come within the next 3 plays if they want to have the time to pull something like that off.
Yes. Sesson's over the ball. McKinney in the shotgun. Rogers in motion.
And he had Rogers who didn't have time to throw it to him. He's just going to send this one deep. Sean's open!
Touchdown! Sean Sanders.
whatever works, you know?
Ricky liked it.
Yeah. Whatever works.
Well, they could.
I mean, that is a spark, but at the same time, now you're putting the Havoc offense back out onto the field, and you got to figure out how to stop them. And I mean, so far the key has been keeping them out of the red zone and letting themselves get in their own way with not necessarily bad plays, but just creativity. Because those quick screens and quarterback runs have been their bread and butter. They've worked better than anything. And when they've strayed away from them, that's when we get the incomplete passes that kind of put them in those bad situations like we saw early on in the first
And
quarter.
he takes the shotgun. He
was
had
looking for
time.
Yeah, you can't.
I think everybody knew he was going for it. 50 to 18. Comeback tackle.
No, it's 18 to 15.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said 15. You said 15.
I said 50 to 18.
No, it's 8. Alright, so 18 to 15 now. Mutual will come out of it. Comeback might be out of the question if the Havoc even have an extended drive here. They don't even have to score, just take time off the clock. But if the Predators can come up with a stop and then score again quickly, I mean, they've got a chance for this thing to at least look pretty good in the final score.
Yeah.
But I think all of that is going to depend on how far Isaac kicks this ball. If he doesn't make it past that goal line, we ain't got a chance. And look at where the Havoc are, all the way to 7.
Yeah. I believe they're looking at onside, but didn't work.
I mean, if you want to try an onside kick, I don't think they'd see it coming. And he's just to send this one deep and out of bounds.
Might as well.
That was a pretty good decision, really.
First down.
A little ungentlemanly, yeah, probably. But at this point, especially because that doesn't take any time off the clock, I think that might have been the biggest factor going into that decision.
Yeah.
Not that you're really letting the Havoc have you're not limiting a big return, but that you're limiting the amount of time that you take off the clock with any kind of return. And that ball should be spotted at the 20. I don't know how we got away with putting that thing at the 18.
I think that's where it went out. I don't know.
I know, but kicks don't work like punts.
I know.
If it goes out at the 1, it comes out at the 20. Oh yeah, there it goes. I got it. Shouldn't have said anything.
I think they'd have known.
That wouldn't surprise me.
First and 10. Scroggins under center.
There it is. Oh, what a big hit.
Paid for that one.
Wyatt Rogers is out there on defense. I didn't get a look at where he was, but he doesn't appear to be on the line because Bavario, Hawley, William Thaxton, and Frankie Littlejohn are out there too. Okay. Looks like Wyatt's in at Jack linebacker.
There's a flag down, but it looks like it was. I don't know.
Personal foul.
Personal foul.
Face mask on the Preds. That thing's going to march into the red zone where the Havoc have been the most formidable to this point. This is
First and 10, putting the Havoc in the Little B dugout.
I can pretty much guarantee they're coming out in trips here, and the quarterback's going to run wherever the receivers aren't. Yeah, he's going to the left. Watch this. Or to the right.
Well, he's going from the shotgun. He's had better success on the ground than he had in
It's
the air.
probably a touchdown right here. They're really telegraphing that zone look. Off he goes.
The fake. Jesse scored.
Oh, it wasn't a design run. It's still there.
For the Havoc. That's the Visit Lake City, South Carolina.
56-18.
You see that much green, you gotta.
You gotta go for it. And And with 11:35 left, I think that does derail any hopes of a miracle comeback. But again, they got a chance to at least score here. There's time to make this look a little bit better.
They're going for two again. $72. Got a hunch. Maybe on a direct snap.
Could be, you're right.
No,
Bootleg Wyatt Bout got him, but doesn't matter.
Conversion is good.
he is
Your help, 58. Predators, 8.
really turned his game around in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was fun while it lasted.
I mean,
At Universe, you can meet and eat with Coach Edson
Skaggs has been deadly.
favorite members of the Pride at Buffalo Wild Wings at $25.99 on Cloud Boulevard at 9:30 Monday nights. Buffalo Wild Wings.
As you caught that, I forgot to update the score. And it's an onside kick, but that didn't go. And
Yes.
that's going to be a touchdown.
Touchdown. What?
What? How?
It didn't go 10 for one day.
Touchdown at the 6.
Oh, yeah, it didn't go 10. I can't believe I didn't notice that.
Yeah, but it should be a penalty.
Well, nobody from the Havoc touched it, so if the defense, if the receiving team grabs an onside kick, oh wait, touchdown?
Touchdown.
All right.
Yes.
For the Predators, number 24, hit back on the scoop. Predators score to 58-24.
Heads up, Kenneth Patton just said, I got the bounce and I got 6.
And that is the second time the team has attempted an onside kick against the Predators, and it's the second time the second time the Predators have scored when the other team attempts an onside kick.
Really? I don't know. I play a different game, but when you got a 58 to 20 or 58 to 18 lead, and you go for an onside.
Well, I mean, I don't think we saw it coming. I'll give them that.
No, that's for sure. Especially with a leg that kid's got.
Yeah. Trips to the right-hand side. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ricky try and sweep this off to the left. He thought about it. That one's picked off. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Corey Jones there to make a tackle.
That was a 2-point though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
4 remain.
No harm, no foul.
Havoc, 58. Predators, 24.
It's the Predators' highest scoring game this year.
Yep. Still haven't converted a single PAT or 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
10:50 left. We're down by 34. It's not the end of the world. Again, comeback probably out of the question, but a respectable score, definitely. Especially because you got to be considering that at this point, Havoc are probably going to at least consider putting some backups in. Might be able to make this a little bit better, look a little bit better in the final score.
Got a 40-point lead, onside kick. I don't think they're going to play back.
And I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see an onside kick here.
It would make sense.
Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about right there. Yeah, he's not going to do it. Out of bounds. Oh wait, no, that's live.
Great kick from Martel.
Did he pitch that?
it. He's also blocking the back.
Probably a celebration flag there. We can say what we will about the sportsmanship of that play, but I don't think anything can take away from the fact that that was a once a season type of thing, and that it's probably not going to be replicated for the rest of the year. It was definitely impressive. We got to give them that.
I wonder if the coach called for that. Or the coach might be talking to him now.
Coach is probably saying something along the lines of, that play was so incredible that I think we should get a free celebration pass. Because that just doesn't happen every day.
No, he's coming down to tell him I don't know what. Unsportsmanlike against the Predators.
It was against the Havoc.
Huh?
It was against the Havoc.
Oh, well, he pointed. I don't know. They're down on the 3. Oh no.
And it's good, 65-24.
Point out the zip is good. You're having
They keep trying onside kicks, we'll lose one. When they score and we score.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been high scoring within the past couple of minutes. I think we've only lost 2 minutes on the clock. And just short again.
To the 20.
just a bit outside.
They'll come out to the 20 now.
Okay. Is that right that he set it down on the 10?
No, that's not right, unless there was a flag. Oh yeah, there he goes for the 20.
Oh.
Whoa. Oh, it's the, wait. What?
The other 20.
Yeah.
I have no idea why, but
Yeah, at this point we can't complain, but
yeah.
I guess there was a flag of some kind. Oh, wait a second. That's the unsportsmanlike right there.
What?
That's the unsportsmanlike penalty.
Oh.
That was 10 yards, and that was why they asked Mike. He just said put it after the kickoff.
Yeah, which was a good move because that kicker's gonna nail it no matter where.
Sean is going to stay in at receiver. I guess he's earned his place now.
Yeah.
McCoy and Rogers in as well. Cheerleaders are off the field. We're ready for some real football action. Predators looking for something to hang their hat on at this point. Anything will do.
Got him.
What? How did he do
Sean
that?
Sanders again. Says I'm swimming.
I don't know why he's swimming. He got toasted on that snap. Didn't matter. I mean, Ricky.
Down to 35.
Has he thrown a single touchdown from the pocket this year?
I don't think
I don't
so.
think he has.
Might have been the first score 2 weeks ago. To Jacoby.
I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and look at it.
Okay. They cut the lead to 35.
8:25 and ticking.
And going for 2.
Just look at
And they got it. Wyatt Rogers.
Please call on a 2-point conversion.
65-32. Favor.
Here they come. Cut it to 33.
Oh, we gotta stop the Havoc too. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Sean's definitely under spot at receiver. I don't know what it is, but they just don't want to guard him. It's like,
Yeah.
maybe he's got bad breath or something. They don't want to be around him. Because he has been wide open on both of his touchdown receptions. And you know, I think that might be Ricky's 4th one. I'm not sure. It's either his 3rd or his 4th.
This game?
Yeah. He had the early one to Jamaica's back.
Jimmy's golf carts located at 37.
He had that first one to the away, and then he ran the next one. That was up 12-0. Then
We got the one on the outside kick, but otherwise.
2-4.
yeah, he's thrown 3, which is still, I think, more than he's thrown in all 3 games combined. And only 1 interception, too. I mean,
Yeah.
Cypress doesn't go out, and he's had a pretty good game.
And the kick away when he takes it at the 9. He pitched it again, or he faked the pitch.
I weren't fooled that time.
No, he paid for it.
Martell Moore brings it back to the 25. First and 10. Havoc. Combined Insurance is the official insurance provider for your Carolina Havoc.
So, can the Predators make one last stand here with just under 8 minutes left in the final quarter? Wyatt Rogers going back out there on defense. Good call. Not sure where we're going to see him, and he looks to be lining up at the left end spot.
Yeah.
And Sean's back out there on defense too. So I think that makes 9. So Stephen Allen's going to check out. Donald Jones checks in. Chris Cooley rounds off the secondary.
Say they're keeping the starting quarterback in, but he's the only one that got. So.
And this isn't good. There was some misalignment there. Sean's going to go in at linebacker.
Shotgun, pitch out.
To the end zone for another Lake City, South Carolina.com touchdown.
You think they're running out of gas? I mean, I don't know how fast that kid is, but I mean, he's faster than anybody we got out there right now. I don't know if it's a conditioning thing or raw talent, but regardless, there is just not enough speed on this Predators defense to keep up with what the Havoc have been doing. And they got that one.
Extra points good. Your Havoc 72.
2:06 left.
Jamie's Woodward is the
At this
official
point, I think the Havoc is trying to figure out how much higher they can get this
Quality
score.
home improvements and lawn
Yep.
service. Located right here in Florence.
They're trying different things.
245-3564.
But it's against a weakened defense. And it's,
Well, I mean, Predators haven't given up any deep passes. They haven't attempted many since the first half, but they haven't given them up. Whereas last week, it was pretty much every pass is a 40-yard bomb that would just get caught in traffic somehow or another by the Cats. There's a bit of a silver lining. They got 9 men on the field. Chris Cooley's going to check out. They send that one off right away. Miss it again. Down to the 20.
off to the right.
Wonder if they're going to try to throw to Sean again.
Probably triple team.
First and 10 at the 20.
We're going to find out. Clock is running. 6:12. Ricky's still in quarterback. And I tell you what, Ricky, I really don't want to jinx it. He has had the best game of his young arena career to this point. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Lord knows how many passing yards after those bombs to Sean. And he had a lot to McLaurin in the first quarter, too, who has since been shut down completely. We haven't called his name at all.
No,
Sean was offside, but nobody cares. And
Pass, move it up.
that ball was live for a second, but I don't think McLaurin remembered to dive for it.
Second and 10.
They didn't go for Sean. I'm honestly surprised. I guess they decided to cover him that time. Clark continues to run. We've lost an entire minute somewhere. It'll be under 5 minutes when this gets snapped. Brandon Bingham declares as the tight end.
Ricky McKinney back in the shotgun.
Clarn's getting pressed. Hard, too. And Ricky gets sacked.
Havoc is there. Terrence Warren.
Came from the left side that time. Or the right side, I'm sorry.
And only a loss of 3.
Third down for the Predators.
3rd and 13 now. Clock's going to run, so if I had to guess, this is going to be the second to last drive of the game. I got a feeling the Havoc are not the second to last. This is probably going to be... Once this drive ends, however it does end, the Havoc are probably going to get it back, score, and then we'll finish it off with the ball, more than likely. And they're bleeding the clock right now. We got 2 men in motion, but Ricky sends wide up to the line. Mark is in at receiver. He's going to go in motion.
Bad snap. Ricky comes up with it.
Oh, he's still on
Avoids
the loose.
1, avoids 2.
A nice run there by McKinney.
I think Sean should have had a block there that they didn't do.
First down for the Predators. Down to the 15.
I mean, like I said, Ricky, I have been thoroughly impressed by his performance today. I mean, there was one inaccurate pass on that pivot way early on in the first quarter on the drive. I think he ran it in. I ran in the touchdown and put us up 12-0. And between that and the interception, other than the sacks he's taken, that's really been the only bad marks on his performance. He's had a great game.
Lately, he's had a lot of practice at it. He's in the shotgun. Block runs, he had a little time.
Yeah, he had wide on that one.
Pass, number 11.
And see, I don't know if the offensive line's holding up a little bit better now, or if the Havoc could put in their backups on the defensive line, or if Ricky's just getting the ball out faster. But this is the kind of stuff we need to see now. Really fast, no holds barred passes. If he's open, great. If he's not open, throw it a little bit over his head so it goes incomplete, but don't try and get fancy, especially when your offensive line, deep into the fourth quarter like this, isn't holding up the way you want it to.
Got a little down back out there.
Yeah. Little John hasn't caught a touchdown yet.
In the shotgun.
No motion, it's probably a run.
Got the snap, had a little time.
Oh, and Sean
A little bit of holding.
Again, that one's not on Ricky. Sean didn't get his head around. Really solid throw. It's in his hands, and Sean just went back for it. It's weird to think that's happened again because Chris Cole did the same thing in the second quarter. Right, it is only 2nd and 10 now. Or no, 2nd and goal. My mistake.
I wonder if we can call a timeout. Stop that clock.
Well, it'll stop at the 1 minute warning. Wyatt was open and Ricky. First bad throw in a while from him. Didn't really get his feet under him before that one. I think he saw Wyatt was going to be open and got a little bit excited. Gonna make it 3rd and goal.
Done.
Inside the Little Leagues dugout ready.
And yeah, that's going to be the last play for the 1 minute warning. So yeah, they're just going to run this thing down. They ain't got to snap it beforehand. They're going to act like they're making an effort, but they're not going to. They're going to stop the clock right here. Yeah.
Got 3rd down, they get 2 chances to poke it in.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute warning.
So Havoc up 40. Come back out of the question, and the Preds is trying to make the score look a little bit more respectable. At the end, 72 to 39 would look better than 72 to 30.
72 to 40 would look.
Oh yeah.
Havoc D, stand up!
I mean, as much as this game's hurt, especially after the way it started out, we can't really take away from the fact that not only has Ricky had a great game, but this has been the best offensive performance by far for the Predators.
Harris is on the move! He's still on the move! He could go all the way!
Now, why did I have to say that?
Touchdown! And that's what Lake City Soccer.com touchdown!
Ricky's day went down the toilet right there.
Yeah, he had his man. He had him open, too.
Crowd just got jumped.
Brings the score to 78-32. With the point after attempt to come.
Well, looks like my crystal ball was right. So however that drive was going to end, Havoc were going to score a couple plays after that, and then we get the ball back to finish the thing out.
Yeah.
43.6 seconds left. It looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Especially because the clock's going to run after the kickoff.
And they're going for 2. They want that 8-0.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time the Preds have gotten 80 hung on them.
Back in the shotgun, puts his man in motion, pitches to him.
And Wyatt.
He did not make it.
Yeah, Wyatt made the initial tackle. So a nice play. Preds still got a little bit of fight in them.
Now,
Score remaining 78-32.
he's going to go for the
43.6 seconds left in the contest.
set to send this one deep.
Yeah, and he did go for the onside. 24 gets it again.
Patman still going. He needs to go down for his that ball. 37.2 seconds left, so I guess the Havoc really are trying for that. At least they're more determined to get it than I thought they were. Though I don't think they've cracked 80 this year. I think they've been in the 70s all season.
I think got a better chance of him kicking the Uno than an outside kick. All's it to 7.
Well, at the same time, they probably don't get to practice onside kicks much, you know?
Yeah. Might be looking for Bingham.
Maybe so.
First and goal from the 7.
It's only one route through this game, which surprised me. Figured he'd be a little bit more involved considering how powerful his pass rush is. Oh, there he goes. Bingham was.
And down he goes! Mason Myers!
That's going to be it.
They stopped the clock.
I don't know who stopped the clock.
Oh, no, now it's back. I don't know, they might try to run it out. Nope. That's it. Perhaps a fitting end. That started out great for the Preds. 78-32, the final. Havoc denied 80, and the Brothers with their highest win total of the season. A few things to go off of, but still a lot of stuff to clean up. For Bob Fitzpatrick, I'm signing off. South Carolina. See you next week when the Brothers travel Mount Everest in Fayetteville, North Carolina to take on the Cape Fear Heroes.
Thank you for that. And you're